You're watching Cartel TV and I'm Simone.
Jenny's already done a detailed review of the Kia Cerato Sedan Sport Plus and Amelia's reviewed the Cerato Hatch Sport Plus.
And eagle-eyed viewers may have noticed that my girls J-Dog and A-Rod actually wore the same outfit while reviewing a Kia Cerato a year apart. So today I thought I would wear my own faux fur vest as a tribute to them. I like to think of it as the GT version. That's right, today I check out the Kia Cerato GT, and rather than just doing a conventional review of the latest Cerato, I thought I'd just focus on what's different in this new model. So here it is, another Cartel TV Top 5. So I'm going to walk you through the 5 key differences of the latest Cerato, particularly the GT model, which is the one I have here. And just a thought, if you add an O and an A to the GT, you get the GOAT of all Ceratos. Greatest of all time. Just talking about Ceratos.
Number 1, the sibling. While the old Cerato had some nice siblings to share its styling features with, the new one got a major boost in this respect.
It's obviously based on some of the styling features of the stunning Kia Stinger. Now, if you haven't watched my review of that one,
I was dressed as a police officer as a tribute to all the Aussie coppers adopting Stingers as their new wheels. So make sure you check that one out.
Anyway, back to the Cerato. So this newer Cerato is also wider, longer and shorter, which makes for more space inside and also for a more composed drive.
Styling cues familiar from the Stinger include a grille that has a very similar shape, wraparound taillights, similarly creased bonnet and a generally more aggressive stance.
Now, we're used to cars from the same manufacturers sharing features and design solutions, and having some of the lovely Stinger in something that is a lot cheaper can only be good.
So, the new Cerato looks sportier than the previous one, but the sporty features are not only on the styling front. Number 2, the new engine. Most trims in the Cerato lineup are powered by the old proven 2-litre petrol with 112 kilowatts and 192 newton meters of torque. The engine is all nice and reliable and familiar and, well, pretty boring to be honest.
Now, I know Kia wouldn't call it boring, but they obviously thought it wasn't quite good enough to be the only option for the sportier new Cerato.
So now we have another engine on offer, and it's a turbocharged 1.6 litre with 150 kilowatts of power and 265 newton meters of torque. Aside from offering significantly more power and torque, the new turbo unit also provides all that twisting force from just 1500 revs, so you actually get to use it pretty much all the time. You had to get the 2-litre up to 4000 revs to get the 192 newton meters, while the 1.6 litre has 265 newton meters from just 1500 revs.
This means that the Cerato GT is so much better to drive, and the power delivery is far punchier and more immediate.
And in case I don't sound convincing enough that this is the better engine to choose between the two,
well, this one also gives you better fuel efficiency, so you're gonna love that.
but that's not all. There is another improvement that comes with a new engine. Number 3, the new gearbox.
If you opt for the Cerato with a 1.6 litre turbo engine, you also get a new transmission, and it's a 7-speed dual clutch one.
Aside from having an extra gear which allows more favourable rev selection, dual clutch units are famous for being very fast thanks to its 2 clutches, one of which engages the current gear while the second one prepares the next gear to be engaged instantly when the time comes. Add to that, they have no torque converters, so there's no impelling loss and reduction in efficiency.
Even though the new engine is smaller, I would suspect that the slight improvement in fuel efficiency is actually due mainly to the gearbox. What do you think? Let me know in the comments below.
Number 4, new top trim level.
Here's some bad news. The new engine and gearbox that I'm praising are only reserved for this GT trim.
This is a new top trim level and it stands above the previously flagship Sport Plus. It also adds styling and interior features and loads of goodies, but if you want to enjoy the more modern powertrain that is such an improvement over the previous one, you have to go for the top trim level.
I can't say this is unexpected, but I know the one that I would be choosing.
Number 5, the interior. The interior is just so much better in the 2019 model and the best in this GT trim. Again, you'll see the connection with the Stinger.
Of course, the Stinger is much nicer, but the horizontal theme, tablet-like infotainment system, round air vents, even though they're not centrally placed like in the Stinger, they're all clear examples of the shared bloodline.
Of course, the look is not the only improvement on the inside. The seats are better, materials feel more premium, the 8-inch infotainment screen comes as standard with Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, the boot is a bit bigger, and depending on the trim level, you get some new perks.
Along with a whole heap of GT details, the top trim also gets some awesome amenities, like this wireless phone charger, which is perfectly placed.
Firstly, it's big enough to fit even jumbo modern day phones, but also doesn't take away from the storage area beneath it.
A little detail that actually makes a huge difference in your day-to-day. Also, this version gets heated and cooled seats.
Now, to wrap up, I'll quickly run through pricing for the Cerato, which starts at just over $20,000 for a manual S. And there are so many increments that then work their way up to this GT, which is again the only one with this engine, transmission, and a bunch of other goodies, and costs $32,990.
Okay, so I've selected 5 things to focus on in this new review, but there are plenty more. So make sure you check out our more detailed reviews by Amelia and Jenny. Thanks for watching Cartel TV. Make sure you subscribe to our channel, join us on social media, and tell us what do you think of our new top 5 format. Too much information? Not enough information? Let us know in the comments below.